your book. Your book gives you power. Your book is meant to give you power over yourself, power over the dark side, power over demons, maybe the power to summon angels. But that's not all you do with your book. You use your book to ratify and sanctify your special relationship with the big guy. Just by having it and choosing it, or having it and feeling that it shows how you're somehow chosen. Not necessarily like the original chosen people, but someone who's got a special relationship with someone special. Someone who knows something that others don't. Someone who is walking the path that others do not walk or cannot walk for lack of knowledge or lack of insight or lack of revelation. And all of that is kind of okay. You're human. A little bit of pride about human specialness, about the things you may deny yourself in pursuit of the truth, in service of the big guy. But then it's never that simple. Because your book is your book, and in your book it's the good book, not just another useful and valuable book of wisdom, and that's part of the point. Your book is somehow better. And it's not just a book of wisdom. It's the document of a covenant. Don't you agree? I mean, it's practically a contract. I mean, it is better, and you know it's better, and you're a little embarrassed to admit it, but after all, that special knowledge that came to you one way or another, which you are bound to pay heed to and have to enact your credence to by acting differently in the world, differently than the world. And you know you want a little payoff for that. Part of the payoff is knowing that your book functions like one of those plastic strips at the supermarket checkout aisle on a big conveyor belt. The other guy's stuff and your stuff is different. You may look over at the other side of the little plastic divider and be forced to conclude that the other guy doesn't know how to feed himself. And you look down at your stuff as if you helps you to know that you're a little superior. Am I saying that any of this is bad? I mean, everything is a natural consequence of how we process these things, and you could become one of those who think everything is equally good and valid, and that there are many paths to the big guy. That might make it better, give you some ecumenical cred, probably take some of the edge off your axe. But still, you don't give up what you believe, and why should you give up what you believe? What he believes is what he knows to be true, and the best you can do is give some validation to another guy's views and another guy's book. But you know, another guy's book may upgrade or downgrade the characters in your book. So it's like fan fiction that you refuse to recognize as canon, if you know what I mean. Now, it may be a little crazy for me to say that all religious writing is a form of fan fiction. I mean, we want it to be so much more. We want it to be true and real. We want it to be a source of revelation that has come down directly or indirectly from the big guy. The guy in the sky. And to be full of his intentions for how we might live our lives. But of course, it's more than that. We want to feel that it holds a secret truth, a set of secret truths, And it is upon the secret, sacred truths that we are willing to give our lives. Life or death. And sometimes it just evolved down into a set of rituals and celebrations and holidays that we identify with, an extension of our nationality. And there's nothing wrong with that connection. It gives us a sense of identity, and it's what we do as communal species. We celebrate our subsets. It's all very natural. I mean, there's some way in which we want to believe that our book is a book about love and the big guy, and that the big guy is all about love. But somehow, things are also about judgment. Okay, between love and judgment, a little discernment with a bit of magic thrown in, or magical thinking. If it's not magic, maybe it's just some stuff that's true on another plane, another dimension. We kind of know that it's true, and that plane or dimension is really overlaying ours. Or is it charging ours with actual reality? Thoughts and modes of energy that exist on a higher vibrational level. The way things really are, or ought to be. And we're just slowed down stuff. Anyway, maybe it's perfectly okay for us to have all of these differences beneath the surface, different kinds of identities, different things that we hold dear to our hearts, as long as we can make good on the generic promise of our belief system that we should go around with the sense that we're all brothers and sisters and should all treat each other decently, and a little more. And sometimes, by extension, treat the planet with some love and respect. And then underneath that, how we all like Beatles music, and all together now. Come together. Give peace a chance. Peace and love. That's Ringo, I believe. Peace and love, baby. There's what we're doing on the surface that's really great. But underneath that, we still have our favorite Beatle. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you might be a little upset that Pete Best didn't make the cut. Never really made it. That's not a problem. I mean, it's like the Gospel of Judas or the Satanic Verses. There's a whole lot of books and sayings out there that didn't make it into your collection. Anyway, I guess what I'm saying is, be cool. Watch how you use your book. Try to honor the big guy in the sky the best you can without feeling that you need to annihilate all of those who fast and pray differently and rest on different days than you do. Okay. Peace out. And peace within.